healthy relationships
Right.
with their spouse, their children,
Right.
extended family. So for me, my purpose, my passion is to not only show that and emulate that, but to also help other women have that. So it wasn't always that way, of
Right.
course.
Right.
I started out, oddly enough, as a child welfare worker. And even then, I believe God was grooming me for this purpose, because through that, I've seen it all, I've heard it all. Unfortunately, we are affected a lot by that system.
Yes.
We are prevalent in that system, but not only that, sometimes, in my opinion, that system did not treat us fairly.
Exactly.
And it certainly didn't have a lot of people that look like us. Even on the service provider side, as far as parenting classes and therapists and things like that, it was lacking people that looked like us. So through that, I still feel like God was preparing me for this purpose, because when I speak to a woman, it's nothing that really shakes me. It's nothing that she can say to me that I'm like, girl, that's crazy.
Right.
Because I probably have heard and dealt with things even crazier.
Right.
So this all kind of came about from me having our second child and saying, I really want to stay home.
Right.
I really want to put my all into building my home. And it was a crazy thought at the time, because I didn't grow up in that type of environment, but I believe that I could have something out of the ordinary. And so through that, I came on a really bad time in my marriage. I had a very rough patch in my marriage,
right.
2017, when I found out my husband, for the third time, had stepped outside of our marriage.
Right.
And like I said, I came from a household where there was multiple divorces, and I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to have that for my children. But not only that, I trusted and believed in God that this man is my husband. I'm his wife. And so I never doubted that. So I felt like it has to be something more to this. There has to be a lesson. There has to be something else going on here. And so I took a different approach. Instead of me having a woe is me, why does this keep happening to me? I kind of went to the source, and I wanted answers, and I wanted answers from God, because I was for sure that he sent this man to me, based on our dating history, how we met. And so I wanted to know, kind of, why would you put me in this situation?
Right.
God, I
what's up with this?
Some questions.
Right. I need some answers.
Yeah. And I think we all have been in that place where we're like, God, now I know you told me that this was for me, or I know you told me that I was going to open up a business. Why is my business failing that you told me to open up?
Right.
Why is this not happening like how you said it was going to happen? And so at that time, I went to God, and it was an ugly come to Jesus, snotty nose, crying out to God, because I wanted to know answers. And in that moment, I feel like I had the first real encounter with God. I finally knew. When people say God spoke to me, he told me, I always heard people say that, but I never understood it. Right. I never really understood what they were talking about until that moment when it was like, God was like, get up.
Right.
Get up. How you gonna come to me and ask me how I put you in this situation when you claim to be a woman of God, you claim to be sold out for Jesus, you claim to follow my word, but yet you put your husband before me.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, wait.
That wasn't expected.